Today I want to talk to you guys about the 3 pillars of the best customer service that you can use. Because, most businesses that have good customer service, they follow up a few basic rules, okay? But this often isn't enough for you. If you really want to do well with customer service and with people in general in your business, you need to go above and beyond of what you normally do. You need to be an out of the box thinker, because these specific 3 pillars are going to literally help you with good customer service. And the 3 pillars are this: 1 is listening, 2 is empathizing, and 3 is responding to your customers. And by following these steps, you're going to make sure that everyone is going to feel heard, and that sales are going to be coming in the door, and that you're supporting each person along the way in their journey. And so in order for you to do that, here are the 3 steps that you need to imply first. First, when we talk about a good customer experience, we're talking about listening. And so when I say listening, I'm saying that listening is the key basically to understanding your needs and providing the best customer service that you possibly can do. By taking time to really understand what their needs are, you're going to be able to literally blow your business up. And this information can help you improve your customer service and make sure that everyone is satisfied and with their experience. And what do I mean by good listening skills? This is where people trip up most of the time, because a lot of people spend a lot of time with talking a lot about what they want to try to get their point across, but they're not really listening to what the concerns are. And the best way that I usually recommend, I have a whole process of how I do this, but the very best way to do this really is to really stop, listen, and to what the customer has to say, but ask open-ended questions. And don't fill in with your information until you have all of your questions answered, because it's very easy for you to ask a question and then for you to pepper them with all these different answers. And then they may have all these other things that they want to tell you, but because you've already over-talked them, you haven't really let them listen fully, you're not going to get everything out of them. So make sure that you listen with a way, but it is a very open-ended question style. Okay. The next thing is empathizing. So this is really key, right? When you put people in your shoes and you understand what their needs are, you're able to very much empathize with their situation and be connected to them and how you're dealing with their needs. So it's very, very important that you empathize with them and that you know where they're coming from. Maybe they've had a bad experience before. Maybe they're, when they're explaining the first step to you, when you're listening to them, while they're doing that, especially, that's when the empathy comes in, right? Where you're really saying, oh my gosh, I really understand. Oh, that makes it very clear, because you really want to clarify what they're saying to you a lot of times. Say, okay, how did that make you feel when that happened to you, right? These are all really good follow-up questions that you can ask them to help them and empathize with them so that they know that you understand them. And when you understand them, they're more likely that they're going to want to do that business with you. And then the final step with you is how do you respond to their needs? You want to be able to make sure that you are responding to their needs as best as you can. And what I mean by this is that you're taking their concerns very, very seriously, and that you are going to make sure that you return to them in a very timely manner. Like for me, understanding your customers' needs and really responding to them is the most important thing. This is my biggest beef with most people, is they say that they follow up, but they really don't follow up. And what do I mean by that? When I say follow up, somebody will say, well, I called them back, or I messaged them, or I emailed them and I didn't hear back from them. This is not a game of you reaching out to your friend and you left them a voicemail message or you sent them a note and you're waiting for them to call you back because they're a friend. You're in business now. And when you're in business now, Your follow-up has to be much more often, much more frequent. It does not have to be pesty. It does not have to be annoying. You don't want to be bothering people. You don't want to be pushy with people. You don't want to be like, I got an email one time from some guy every single day. And finally, I just blocked him because it was just like, this is too much, right? You don't want to be overly pushy or saying things like, well, I haven't heard from you, so you must not be experienced, right? That is a very negative tone, and you don't want to have that with your customers. So you always want to make sure that you have some kind of follow-up triage that you follow. I have a 24 to 48 hour rule that I always follow with my customers, and I make sure that I get back to them in a timely manner because it's a respectable thing to do. So make sure that you're taking care of your customers. I hope these 3 tips help for you. And I am having a new masterclass coming up soon. So if you want to be participate in that and the free giveaways that we have, put that down below and I'll make sure that you receive that as soon as I possibly can get it to you. So have a great day, and I will talk to you all.